Hello, and welcome to Beering in Mind Beer Reviews. Today we are beginning a series of 12 reviews for beers from Market Company, and I'm going to introduce Market briefly, and then we will get on to the beers. There are 12 beers that we're going to look at in order, and in general I'm trying to set them up in order of strength, alcoholic strength, no other reason than just to set up some kind of order for them. Market is a brewery in Nagoya, Japan, which is generally regarded as the third largest city in Japan after Tokyo and Osaka. And Nagoya did not have much of a beer scene for quite a while, and they have kind of caught up now. But certainly Market is the premier brewer in that part of Japan. They opened in 2014, and there was a lot of buzz surrounding the development and opening of this brewery. The brewer, whose name is Kachi Makoto, he had worked for Kisoji Brewery in Nagano, and later they added Nakanishi-san, who had been at Ise Kadoya in Ise, Mie Prefecture. So two well-experienced brewers. Kachi studied in Canada and got involved with brewing there, and Nakanishi, I'm not sure where he worked before that, but they're both very well-experienced brewers. The name Market is, their original brew house was in the Yanagibashi Market in Nagoya, so they decided to call it Market Brewing after that. They opened in 2014, and in 2014 they were chosen as the best new brewer in Japan by RateBeer.com. So they came out of the gate, just with all cylinders firing, and produced a lot of interesting beers. People were talking about them. Seemed like they kind of rested on their laurels for a while, and I think maybe they're coming back with stronger stuff. They started with a 1,000 liter system, and then in 2018 built a new brewery with a 30 kiloliter system, so quite a bit bigger. And they started canning 1 year ago from today, which is we're now in March, and they began canning, and the 12 can set, which we're going to look at, is actually an anniversary set of the 1 year canning date when they first started canning. So and today we're going to take a quick look at a session IPA, and this one is all right. And now we are on to the 11th of the Market beers that we're looking at in a series of 12. The 12 set which they put out for the first anniversary of their canning operation, and that is this one. It is called Nangoku Ryoko, and it is a New England IPA, actually a double IPA at 8% and only 7.7 international bittering units. So these types of beers, New England IPAs, tend to keep the hops down. They're much more focused on the juiciness of the beer. And the name here, Nangoku Ryoko, would refer literally to traveling in a southern area, southern country, southern region. They translate it probably better as tropical travel. So, and the idea, of course, is the tropical fruitiness that we would get in a New England IPA. This one has only one rating on RateBeer, so it's a fairly new beer, and that rating is at 3.4 out of 5, and we don't have any percentile ratings for a beer or for the style, which is New England double IPA. Again, 8% and 7.7 international bittering units IBUs. Let's give this one a go. Kind of sad that we're almost at the end of our 12 different varieties of Y Market beers. And very typically it pours out hazy. These beers are often referred to as hazy beers or hazies. And of course it's a style that developed in the last 3 or 4 years perhaps. It's not my favorite style, and some people I know are even hoping that it will disappear eventually. Some of these can be really good. Too many in a row can be kind of tiring. But in any case, it is a kind of dark, kind of medium gold, hazy. It looks kind of like a cloudy pear juice or apple juice aroma. We do get a bunch of tropical fruit, kind of tingling the sinuses with some something resiny. It's sweet and juicy. This kind of beer, this one includes, as they say on their website, almost no C hops. So Cascade, Chinook, Centennial, those sort of things. It does have Cascade, and the other hops are Equinut and Laurel and Nelson Sauvin from New Zealand. And so what we're getting out of this is kind of a mild tropical note, definitely something like peach, a bit of grape, maybe green grape or white grape. And yeah, some kind of almost like a tannin kind of thing on the tongue. It's not tannin though, but something like you might expect from, say, crushed grape seeds, kind of hitting your tongue and sticking there. This one has oats and wheat. At least I think it does. Yeah, oats. Yeah, it has oats and wheat in it. And the C hops would provide a lot more distinct bitterness, maybe pininess to it, and they're trying to limit that here. Which is rather sweet, kind of heavy. It's not a bad example of the style for sure. It doesn't go way over the top with the sweet juiciness for sure. So once again, this is Y Market Brewing's Nangoku Ryoko, and it is a New England IPA at 8%, 7.7 IBU. So give it a try. Y Market is currently, they have an online shop and you can buy their beers online if you're in Japan, for sure. I don't know that they export outside of Japan, but they're certainly one of the top breweries in the country, and they deserve your attention. Okay, well that's it for today. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment if you'd like to talk about Y Market or other Japanese beers. Please do. And the next video will be the very last in the series of 12 Y Market beers. That's it. Take care. Bye-bye.